he's already mad as it is. Like, if I was like waking him up, he's gonna be even more angry. So I kid you not, that first night, he ended up leaving the villa, by the way. And we will actually never forgive him for that.
Considering JJ doesn't drink, he ended the night with a tie around his head.
Yeah,
ripped shirt. He ripped the shirt off as well.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah,
he had his tie tied around. Like,
yeah, did the worm, performed like he was the drunkest there without having alcohol.
Well, maybe obviously not on this podcast because number one, Tali's here, and number two, you weren't really in the villa for the in a nice way. You weren't in the villa, right? But we all hate JJ now with a passion. So but then we actually.
I mean, we experienced it.
I know. I'm joking.
The day they got there, me and Talia went over to your villa probably like half an hour after you arrived.
Yeah, like Vic was still being shown around.
Yeah, although apparently that was like 4 hours.
Yeah.
But we turned up and I could tell within 6 seconds that he was doing his like hunched over, like crossed arms. This place is so shit.
Yeah, he was like
that kind of thing.
Yeah, well,
it's like this place is lovely.
So I'll explain that in a minute. But then because of that, we were all like hating on him during the trip in a nice way, in an actual friend way, by the way. But then we said after that night, by the way, fair play to JJ because he went really hard. Like he's not boring after all.
Yeah,
he actually
he said like
he's just stuck up.
He was like, why do you guys try and make me drink? And we're like, we don't try and make you drink. We just point out that normally on a night out, he's the first one to leave.
Yeah,
and he doesn't dance. He dances for about 4 minutes to one song.
No one has ever made fun of Toby for not drinking.
Yeah, because
he's still always there. Still, he's the last one there as well.
Like the wedding, JJ was the life of the party.
Someone came up to me. It might have been you, and they were like, "This wedding's sick. JJ's still here."
I said that.
I was literally someone else said that. Came up to me and was like, "This, you guys have done so good. JJ's still here."
Yeah, I was like, if you can keep JJ's attention.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. I was surprised he was still there, and not even just being there, but having fun.
Yeah,
having real fun. Yeah, it's nice to see. But anyway, the villa part. Yeah, I thought so. We get there. Everyone does roulette for the rooms. Obviously, the original plan was me, Laura, and the baby. Oh, sorry, Harper.
The baby.
Shit. And then
you had the baby.
Faith, Ethan, Olive, thank you. We're in like a little annex outside in the thing together, and I thought that'd be good. And Beth did it at the time as well. But then Faith was like, to be fair, because she was worried that Olive wasn't sleeping through the night, so she was like, if Olive wakes up, will she then wake Harper up, and then it's just crazy. So we were like, I was like, yeah, fair enough. If you want to try and find a new room, that's okay. So we weren't involved in the spinning the wheel thing, which actually was bad at the end because JJ was like trying to find a room, everyone's trying to find rooms, and then Faith was like, well. And I was like, guys, you probably should give Faith like one of the best rooms because, like, but they were all worried about they're all worried about the baby crying, which I guess is fair as well. But I'm like, yeah, we still got to make sure the baby's comfortable, and the more comfortable, the less cry anyway. All this stuff. But then, so she's looking for a room, but then JJ just storming around the place because he got like last vote.
Yeah,
and he's like, this place is fucking shit, man. And at first, I thought he was joking.
I thought he was joking. I thought it was a bit.
No,
and I think
knew.
it's actually really quite sad.
I knew he didn't like it, but I thought, okay. Because the occasion and because we're all together, he lets it go, And then after a while, it gets worse and worse. And then after a while, he's like, actually, this is awful.
He works himself up.
Yeah, he ends up getting the room next to me and Laura and the baby, right? So I was like really worried because I was like, fucking hell, like he's already mad as it is. Like if I was like waking him up, he's gonna be even more angry. So I kid you not, that first night, he ended up leaving the villa, by the way. And we will actually never forgive him for that. That's such a shit thing to do, man. 'Cause we're all here, all the friends apart from you. Josh was there the first night. But we're like, bro, it's in Italy, got a sick view. It's really nice. Like, just sit out with us. What else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And by the way, the room was normal. I took a picture of that room, by the way, and sent it to my family, like thick stream of Harper. And my sister went, "Wow, that room looks unreal." And I was like, JJ, man.
He also said on Sidecast, he was like, the room was like, it was just wall, bed, wall. That was it. And I thought,
that's a room.
Like, we didn't even have a room. Me and my girlfriend had to put our suitcases on top of each other's. And there's literally the picture where he looks depressed, like he's sat on the bed. And there's a suitcase fully open with room next to it.
Yeah, they have an ensuite, shower.
You showed me the rooms, and I was like, it has an ensuite, it has aircon, it has a double bed.
JJ lives a different life.
What more do you want? And he was
literally,
like,
man.
No, man, it's just shit. I was like, what more do you want though? And he's like, oh, no, man, it's not a ting. I was like, what does this mean?
And I get that, there's not much room and stuff, but like, what else are you going to do? Like, what we did was like, we just
you slept in your room. That was it.
Yeah. So we were outside chilling, drinking, talking, or whatever. Then when it's time to go to bed, we go to bed, wake up. And I ended up sleeping in his bed because I gave Laura and half of the space. And I slept fine. I actually, on my little band, told me 7 hours, 44 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, no, 8 hours, 44 minutes. Yeah.
Which he never gets.
I never get that, as you guys know. So yeah, JJ's just absolute literal prick.
It was when he put in the chat, the first thing he did He put a picture of the pillows because he hated the pillow.
Yeah.
Then the second picture was his Wi-Fi speed.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro,
you've come here to sit on TikTok.
You're here for 3 days. Why do you care about Wi-Fi speed?
Did you hear this part?
Oh no.
Maybe we'll take this out. So we were talking to his girlfriend, right? And she was like, so what do you guys, we were saying, what do you do when you go on a holiday? Because you did the famous thing on Sidecast where you chat about his 250k trip. We're like, what do you do when he's on holiday? And she's like, oh, he doesn't really want to do activities there either. Just to stay in the room and chill. and then he was like, nah, man, I do stuff. You're like what? He's like, I'm on my phone, man. I'm like, that don't count as an activity. That don't count. But I still, to this day, our job is to humble this man.
Yeah.
So all of them who say we're yes men, I am literally the worst yes man. He put in the chat, he's like, do you even like me?
If you saw our chat, it's like...
It's changed. The title of the title of our chat, well, can't say what it is now. Well, we can say PR friendly friends or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then before it was work chat, brackets muted. Because like... But honestly, the boys were in peril.
It was turmoil.
Imploding.
Yeah. It was literally just like, he actually does hate us. Like, fully. It's done. The group is done.
But what I was explaining to him, and what I'll say to you guys, is we only are like this because we want to spend more time with him outside of the work, you know?
But he doesn't want to spend time.
Yeah, he don't want to spend time with us, man.
It was when we went like on a troops meal one time, and we were having food like within a 5-minute walk of his place. We were like, we all want to go to something afterwards, a bar, whatever. We're like, oh, JJ, we could go to yours. He's like, nah, man, you lot aren't coming to mine. We're like, why?
Yeah.
Like, why not? And he was like, you'll mess it up. And they're like, okay, we'll literally sign anything you want, or we'll hand in a deposit, and you can whatever. It's like, nah, man, no.
No, yeah, which I get, but at the same time, like, we are all.
But then he didn't come with us to the bar.
You're adults.
So he didn't come with us to the bar.
Yeah,
he went home.
Yeah.
That's like, you're going home anyway.
Was that before? I know you didn't go, but was it before or after we did the poker night? Because I completely forgot. We've all been there. A lot of us, and I argue in a worse setting. I argue poker night is a worse setting.
Probably.
Yeah.
But no, he's just funny, man. He's just living a new life, man. He's just done so well that he's, because when he goes on tour and all this stuff, he just lives differently. I remember when we had a tour bus for New Age tour, and he got them to drive the tour bus to a hotel.
And so it started early.
Yeah, and I had a I slept on the bunks, which is great, and he had an actual bedroom with a shower and everything.
Oh my god.
So they drive this massive tour bus, but no, he's just he's great, man.
He's great. Love him.